Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 88 of Keeping It Real. The theme of this episode, I believe, is going to be that it's time for change. I don't know. I keep on living the same day and making the same mistakes and then saying I'm going to fix them in my mind at least, but it never seems to happen. I never seem to make the change. Like right now I'm talking and my roommates are yelling and the TV's on in there, and I have no, maybe if I would have done this when I woke up, that wouldn't be the case. Maybe if I had, I'm missing out on too much benefit by not doing things the right way. I eat like crap and wonder why I feel like crap. I sleep like crap and wonder why I feel like crap. I make these videos like crap and wonder why no one watches them. It's too much for me to keep doing it this way. It has to swap. It has to switch. It has to change. I can't keep on keeping on like this. Something's got to give, and I've got to give. So just like I did last night, I'm going to set my alarms again. I have 3 alarms. One's up there, one's in the middle, and one's behind me. And then I've also got the choice to make when I finally finish these videos to get in bed and go to bed. That's something that it's up to me. If I take advantage of the good feelings I get when I accomplish this by eating food and watching videos and staying up late, then nothing's ever going to change and nothing's ever going to get better. So it's an obvious no-brainer. Tonight I'm going to have the opportunity to make the right choice again, and I'm going to make the right choice. Even if I don't fall asleep. I've this sort of thing has happened to me before, but never, it's never been today. If you can understand, yeah, I can look back into the past and think oh yeah, well, I've been here and done this before, but that was a different time and I was a different person. And today, I don't actually know what's going to happen. I don't know if I'll have the choice. Something might come up where I feel like I can't do this or can't do that, but I'm moving forward in such a way that I feel obligated. It's just been too much. So with that being said, we can talk about something else because this is Keeping It Real, and I want to keep it real with y'all. I don't know what else there is to talk about. I mean, there's plenty of things to talk about. We can just go through what's on my plate right now. Right now, I've got a lot going on. The first thing is I have my second court date for the same offense. About 2 months ago, when it snowed, I took my car and drifted through an empty parking lot, and a state trooper or a cop or whoever he was lit us up and gave me a ticket for reckless driving or something, and I hired a lawyer for $500. Not complaining. I'm grateful to be able to hire a lawyer, and that lawyer got my case pushed back, and they are telling me to take this class. I think it's 1 day, 8 hours, and I go and I take it, and I give the certificate to my lawyer, so when my court date comes, it's coming up, it's in about a week and a half now, they can show the judge that I took the class and hopefully get it dropped. That's my plan. That's what I plan to do with that. And then I've got 2 big things. The first big thing is my substitute teacher certification. This is an opportunity for me to go into public education and see if I really do enjoy working in the field. I have said before that I wanted to be a teacher. I think that I could make a difference. People have told me it'd be good. I had some people told me I wouldn't make a good teacher. It doesn't matter what people say. I think that I'd like to try it out, and now is the time in my life where it's time to try things out. I have no spouse, no kids, and I'm young, so it's time to see if I like to teach. It can't be pushed off anymore. It's time for me to get into a classroom. So I plan to finish that certification as fast as I can. I have about 4 hours left in the course. Out of 5, when I bought the course 3 nights ago, I completed an hour, and I have a couple hours left. Next up on the chopping block is Pace University. It is a very expensive university located, there's 2 campuses, one in the heart of Manhattan, right by the Brooklyn Bridge, the mouth of the Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan side, and one is way north. It's no longer in New York City. But it is about a 45-minute drive from the first campus north, and it's funny enough also a 45-minute public transportation commute, which is something that we don't have down here. You know, like if you want to go somewhere, you better have a car because public transport's going to be 3 times as long. That's beside the point, though. I can go there. If I get in, I could go there. And 3 years have passed where I haven't even thought to apply once. So the application is very straightforward. It's only one essay. And you know, there's all the other things you got to get in order. My high school transcript. As far as Wake Tech goes, I'm not sure if I even want to show them that. I might consult, you know, a specialist or maybe ChatGPT on whether or not I should include my Wake Tech Community College history, because I'm not sure if I could transfer any of the credits. Yeah, who knows? I mean, but it's just like this mountain that I have, and it's along with these 3 things that I have to get done. Like, it's an application that I need to submit. You know, like, I think I'm a bit scarred from, I carved out like 4 hours of my day to submit my North Carolina State University application, and I got rejected. So that kind of sucked. And I don't know, wish that it had gone differently. And it kind of like made me just feel like, damn, like I kind of am stupid. Like I can't get into a public university. I think NC State's acceptance rate is, what is it? I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to look it up. I'm tired of looking things up mid-podcast. That's a distraction, and it takes away from the quality of the show. I'm so done with that. I'm done with being on the computer looking at a screen while I'm in the middle of keeping it real. My focus is you. Or not you. You're not a person. My focus is me. I'm just talking to the camera, and there's no more or no less. So I have to submit that application because it's my future we're talking about. And if I can't make a choice and an action to better my future, then how can I possibly continue to think that I can make an influence, think that I can make a difference in others' lives? I mean, it's all about being an example and being a leader. And if I can't rise up and take control of my own situation, then how can I suggest that others do the same for theirs? Work today was great. I worked my ass off through the entire shift. My back hurts. I'm sweaty. My every muscle hurts. And I'm tired, and I grinded. And tomorrow I have work again at 3. Now, the only improvements I can make are waking up earlier, getting an hour of my teacher certification done, starting an hour of work on my Pace University application, and signing up for that class to get my charge dropped. These are the things that I need the time in the morning to do. I wake up and I turn on Keeping It Real. I wake up, eat some food, turn on Keeping It Real. I need to clean this place too. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I have to, like, there is no longer any time for me to fuck around. I have spent so much of my life fucking around. I just think, well, tomorrow's another day. I have so much time, like, whatever. I'll just do this. Whatever. I'll just do that. I just can't afford that anymore. I can't want the things that I want and continue to fuck around. There's no room for watching YouTube. There's no room for seeing who liked my Instagram reels. There's no room for reading my YouTube comments. I post and then I ghost. I post for the people, not for me. So after I click publish on YouTube, on Instagram, whatever, if coming up on TikTok, I got to check to see if I got an email back from a company that clips my podcasts into short form, vertical for the phone clips. And that's a no-brainer that we're on episode 87. I don't think I've been posting any of those short form clips since back in episode like the 20s. The 20s were where I did my last of that. And then I just threw in the towel, gave up. I said, I don't like the way this feels. I'm going to stop. It's like, no shit, you don't like the way this feels. The novelty and the excitement wore off. You didn't get 1 million views on your first publish. And now you're like, I give up. Like, that's not how this stuff goes. Like, this stuff goes excitement, middle, end. And until you end, you're in the middle. The middle is not the start. You don't get that excitement feeling. Oh, I'm starting a new workout routine. Oh, I'm in a new relationship. Oh, my new diet. I'm so excited. Sure, that's great. Maybe that lets you keep going for the first couple of days, whatever. But that's not what it's like. That's not realistic. That's not real life. The way that I feel right now about my life with all the bad things that I do, eat the junk food, stay up late, I don't beat myself up about it. I just kind of move forward and it's like it's whatever. That's what it's going to be like when I make all these changes and I'm in the middle with them. When I'm going to bed at the early hour, when I'm eating the good food. I'm not going to think, it's just going to be like, yeah, it is whatever. Like, it's whatever. Like, that's because it's going to become real life. And I say that sort of sentence, I get into that sort of thinking all the time. And it doesn't get you anywhere because it's like talking about the throw you're going to make before you throw it. And it's a trap. It's a trap because you get to think like, oh, I've made this change and thought about how I made that change. And I think I'm better because of this and that and this. And that means I think I know a little bit about what I could do and what might happen if I did do. But you really have no idea until you do. It's a shame that Nike is just this $1 billion company, so you can't really stand behind their slogans and stuff because it's all really with the sort of pull to get you to spend money. But I mean, at the same time, there are real people behind that company that really pour a lot of their lives into the marketing, into the brand image, and just do it is an amazing slogan. Just do it. There's nothing else. There's only doing. If you boil it down, it's just the actions you take, not the thoughts that you think. You could say, well, thinking is an action. Yeah, and that gets complicated, but you don't know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying, and maybe that's the problem. I told my boss today, I really wish, she said a cuss word, and she said fuck, and she was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say fuck. And I was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Well, I didn't say don't worry about it, don't worry about it. My left ear really hurts right now. It's like, I don't know how to describe it to you. It feels like infected or like super sore. And this kind of thing happens, I find, when I'm like pushing my body to the limits. Like, I ate a fuck ton of food and worked really hard all shifts today. And I feel like that is why my ear now hurts. But I'm just not going to touch it, and I'm just going to ignore it because it's not going to stop me. And if it wasn't my ear, then it'd be my stomach because I would feel like crap. I need to drink some water, but I can't. I don't want to get up necessarily to get water. So I'm going to wait until after the episode because my full focus, full priority is on this episode, finishing this episode, talking to the camera. Instagram's a big problem. It's a big problem because there are these pretty girls that follow me back, follow me, like my pictures or whatever, like my videos. And I think like, word, like, what if, what if? And that's not how this works. I've never been that guy. And how could I let, it's a 2-step forward, 1-step back situation. I found a passion. I found something that I can, lean on, treat like the girlfriend I could never keep, and love. These videos. I found the thing. A thing, not the thing. I found a thing that I'm not going to let go, that I can take with me anywhere, that I'll follow anywhere. I will follow this anywhere. And it also has brought me social media. which I never used to be on. I just used to watch my YouTube videos and that be it. I didn't used to scroll reels. I didn't have a problem with short form content. Never had TikTok, never had any of that. And now that's part of my day. And it's a step backwards. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It should never have weaseled its way back into my life. I will never accomplish the things that I want to accomplish and show what I want to show to this world if I continue to fuck around with short form content. The consumption of, that is. I create it. And this is, you know what? I think this is something that needs to be talked about. I think that I'm different. I think everyone thinks they're different. And I saw somewhere that is kind of what makes us sane and what gives us reassurance and allows us to be okay, is that we are different in our own minds. And that's great. But it creates a scenario where I can create short form content for people to lose their time watching while saying I don't want to consume it myself, and then justifying that by saying, well, I'm not like other people. Other people are better at doing things in moderation, and I'm more of a black and white guy. I'm either all in or nothing. And what does that benefit? Like, is that really what I want to start telling myself? Or do I want to be moderating? Do I want to do things a little bit here, a little bit there, and just keep them in check, keep them in control? I don't know. Maybe the real question is, do I want to even be thinking about what I want to do? Or do I want to just do what I know is right? Coming up right now, I'm telling you that I'm going to lay in bed and wait to fall asleep, and I'm not going to, doom scroll on my computer or watch Instagram or YouTube, and I'm not going to eat a bunch of junk food and DoorDash. But I'm not telling you I'm done with that stuff forever. I'm not telling myself that. I'm staying away from the black and white thing right now. I'm just saying I'm really sure that I know what the right thing to do is, and I just want to start acting on it. And I'm not even saying that that's a mindset that I will have by the time this episode ends. I'm saying it now because I'm thinking it now. It's a crime to keep your thoughts inside your head. If you think things and you don't say them, forget yourself, okay? I know you don't care about yourself, and frankly, I don't care about you either. But you're doing your surroundings, the people that know you, a disservice. And I've said this many, many times, but I'm saying it again. You can't hold who you are inside and think that you're being a good person, okay? There's people that you are a part of. You make up others' lives. And if you suppress yourself, you're suppressing their life. It's ill. It's wrong. It's something that people tell us through their actions and not their words is the right thing to do, but it's not. And right now I feel like I'm preaching again. I hate this voice pattern, this construction of like sentences where my tone goes up and down and it takes you on this ride. I fucking hate it because I'm not a preacher. I renounce religion. I don't like it. My grandmother sends me these. She always knows where I'm living these days, and she sends me these Catholic books called Magnificat. And this one came with an extra one, New Catholic Books for Children. And why don't I read it? Why don't I read it? Really couldn't hurt. Could only help. I got all these books behind me that I could be reading. But no, there's not this much time in the day. I'd rather do this. I'd rather do that. This world is not even real. We don't even, Jesus Christ. Do you even know about him? I sure don't. I mean, I guess he was a real person, but there was never any Adam and Eve. The first human beings were pitch black. And it's a blurry line between human being and not human being. There's so many families of sapiens. These are things that science backs up. Science doesn't back up this stuff. But science isn't all there is. There's also human experience and human emotion. And when it comes to that stuff, science really doesn't do much. You know, you can dig through research papers about how the brain functions, and you won't really, you'll know that you'll have read the research papers, and you'll know what the research papers say, but you won't really know. And maybe that's the same when it comes to actual scientific things, like the Big Bang. You can read and support the Big Bang, but you still won't really know. You can read and support math and theory, but you still won't really know. Maybe it's the same as religion. I'm not to say. It's kind of an easy out for me to say that I'm not to say, because if I say that I am to say, then all of a sudden I have the crushing weight of responsibility to say. And I already have that with myself and my actions. I mean, you heard how this episode started out and how it's going. I have this crushing responsibility to guide my own mind in the right direction. People think like the mind is there to serve the body. No. The body serves the mind. Your brain makes all the decisions, and you control all of your thoughts. It's stoicism. To understand that the only thing you can control is to be stoic. Live stoically. You have nothing on the surroundings. You have no influence, even if you're the king of Europe. Even if you're the president of the United States. Sure, you can, your maid might bring you coffee every morning, and you might be able to snap your fingers and request a different strand or strain, or maybe, tea or whatever, but you're not gonna, it's the day she decides to quit, it's not like she could die any day of a heart attack. And if she dies, you can't bring her back to life. You don't have to control. Your mother can die any day. And if she dies, it's not, you don't get to do anything to make any changes in whether or not she's alive or not. All you've got is your thought patterns and your actions. You just can't. There's nothing else you can steer except for yourself. So give up all the effort you're giving to controlling your surroundings, because you're really not. You're really not controlling your surroundings. I struggle with that a lot. I have this illusion, that like I have this sort of power over these people that I come encounter with every day, and these things that I do, I don't. And I'm never going to. The only thing I can really control, which is funny because I obsess over control so much. It's baked into my ego. It's who I am. Someone that can move things and do things and say things and make people feel things and do things and say things. But I still sit here and say I'm not doing what I think I should be doing every day. How, ironic, how silly, how stupid is that? It's something that I'm definitely going to look back on and something I'll look back on and think, wow, I lived like that for so long. I put up with myself like that for so long. It's time for change. It's time for change. I can't do that. There's no more room for this in my life. Through these videos, it will be documented. I'm going to change. I'm going to become the adult that I was always scared of becoming. Yet, always just thought I would become effortlessly someday. It's time to put in the effort. You don't get to just become those. You don't get to just become that person that you think you're destined towards. You have to make the sacrifice, make the effort, move. You have to move. You have to just do it. Nobody becomes anything by accident. It's not, people don't just fall into place. Everyone thinks thoughts. The ones that are convinced that they'll fall into place are the ones that are miserable. Those are the ones that hate their lives, and they make you miserable whenever you're around them. I was around these guys earlier today, and this is it might be nasty. This is what I'm about to say. It might be mean. But I'm working my ass off at work, and these guys come in. It looks like they got their eyebrows shaped up. Their hairline's perfect. They look about my age. They got like a nice, cute little tattoo on their neck. Just one. It's like real artsy. And they're wearing like white and gray. Yo, what's the bathroom code? 7029. Go in the bathroom. The other one asked me, yo, what's the code to the other one? I can't even remember at this point if it does have a employees only sign, but I'm almost positive it says employee restroom on the door. And I say, that's ours. You can't use that one. And he's like, oh, damn. And his friend comes out and he goes in and he blows that shit up. Cool, whatever. It's a bathroom. That's what bathrooms are for. His third buffoon comes in. And this kid opens the bathroom. I didn't see him go there. I didn't see him open the bathroom. I'm doing my job. I'm running around the store like a crazy man. And then I go to the front and I see him talking to them, and they look at me, my two coworkers who are also doing their job, and I'm like, what does this guy want? So I take over, and he walks back to me and he's like, yo, yeah, the bathroom's filthy. And I'm like, what, you want me to clean the bathroom? And he's like, yeah, I'm just a germaphobe. I'm like, are you with those guys? Is your friend the one that was just in there? He's like, yeah. Yeah. Dumb as a brick. Worthless. When I'm at work, work has changed my life. Work has changed my life because now there's people in my life. There's people in my life that I see every day and I interact with and I work alongside. I exercise with people every day. And that has changed my life completely. And somehow I've let it go too far to where I think I have some sort of high horse to yell at people from. I don't even know these kids. I don't know, I have no idea what they do every day. Maybe they make a real difference in their community. Maybe they don't. Even if they don't, who am I to say that they're bad? How can I all of a sudden think that I am like all high and mighty because of that experience? And I cleaned the bathroom anyway. Made it smell nice for him. And I was, thinking thoughts about how he was like stupid for doing that. But then I'd be like, don't think those thoughts. And it was just all about me the whole time. And that's just wrong. That's not who I am. Like, is that the kind of father that I want to be to my kid? I work all these years. I save all this money. I go to this place for this kid to have the best life possible. And then one day he gets super fucking stoned when I'm about to go to work. And like his eyes are bugging and he's on drugs and he's like, am I just gonna like Am I just going to make it about me? Do what I think is right and then don't do anything else? You know, like is it my whole life just going to be about me? I'm seeing a shift in relationships and what is seen as a good relationship in through society. I'm seeing, at least in the big city, right? Jeez, I don't know. I don't know where it is or what I'm seeing, but I feel like it used to be I feel like it used to be the woman that would take on all the emotional tasks. She would think for the relationship. You know, she would do this, do that. She would cry and smile for the relationship and not the guy. And now I feel like it's changed. Now I feel like it's the woman who idles and is served. And I feel like as a man in today's world, giving up your life completely and every single day taking on the challenge of how can I be as selfless as possible? How can I serve this woman in the best way and exactly how she needs to today? I feel like that to today's man is the same as whatever they used to think when a woman would used to just make them a sandwich and iron their clothes when they got home from work. I feel like I see that happening today. And I feel like I'm subscribing to it. I feel like the next chance I get, I'm going to do my best to do what I do and hope it doesn't end in disaster again. And what I do is just completely getting down on my knees, pushing to be vulnerable every single day. Never, leaving my door wide open all that I can. Because I think that's like manly. Like I think that I'm like, I really do. I really am believing that that is like truly what a man does. Or at least the man that I want to be. The man that I want to be is the one that, because on this deep level, it's still all about me, right? Like it's like if I do all that, then I'm indispensable. If I really can become him, then I can't be lost. I'm a resource to this person that they can't really give up. And then it's like goody. I like goody, good. But I did that. I was there and I lived that. And guess what? I was tossed to the curb. Like I did not matter at all. Sometimes I think some of my coworkers have a crush on me, and they're like so young to the point where it's illegal, and they shouldn't, because they don't even know me. They don't know how messy this room is. They don't like. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. It's a mistake because I can't. I'm not their guy. You know, I have a podcast and I talk to this mic, and I don't know. I guess I just want to show people that they can really just do whatever the hell they want to do. I think that life is what you make, and there's no right or wrongs. There's just days, and they just stack on top of each other, and eventually you don't have many left. I find I don't know. It's like if like let's make it some I mean let's like assign it some sort of thing. Let's say when you work really hard and feel good about it. It's like you give yourself elixir. You're slurping up elixir. And that elixir is only found in doing hard tasks and feeling so you get to feel good about doing hard tasks. And that elixir is like needed. It's like you really can't go without that elixir. Well, what if you could? What if you keep on pushing out those thoughts of congratulations? Those thoughts of like, wow, you really did that. That was really awesome. You used to not do that. You should reward yourself. What if you push those thoughts out because you knew maybe that you'd say that's bad. You shouldn't push those thoughts out. You should tell yourself good job. But what if you said, okay, I've been telling myself good job for a while now. What if I stopped doing that? And what if I pushed all these thoughts out and I just worked as hard as I could? I put my head down, I kept working hard. And what if I kept going until other people started to tell me, nice work? What if I let my elixir come from outside? Can I trust the world to see how hard I work? Can I trust other people to tell me I'm doing a good job? To give me elixir? Or will it, be some sort of amount of time where I just kind of fall back on my own devices when it seems like, I'm never going to make it. People are never going to see me for what I'm trying to become, and I'm never going to get elixir, so I fall back and I give it to myself, however that is. However I end up doing that. Which way is it going to go? Well, I mean, that's just stupid to even say, because why would I even begin to think about it? It doesn't make any sense. It's like trying to say where your throw's going to go before you throw it, and I've talked about that so much. And it's just big circles, and I'm just back. Told my coworker to listen to my podcast because she listens to podcasts. Will listen to my podcasts. Are they even good enough? Probably not. The ones she listens to have lots and lots of views. It's this is it, right? This is why I think that's what being a man is literally giving your mind away, losing your mind, changing everything about yourself, growing into completely new skin with relentless pursuit of doing so. It's because that's what it's like we know we have no control, Yet for some reason we try even harder to control. I know I could never make anyone stay with me, no matter what I do. Yet every time I think about that, every time I say that, every time I admit that, all I can imagine myself doing is just trying harder. Why is that? What is that relationship? And even in review, it seems like right. It seems like, okay, that makes sense. If someone told you could never win, would you say, all right, let me try harder? I guess it depends on what you were trying to win. These gaps of silences in this episode, and I hate them. It makes me feel like I'm losing. It makes me feel like I'm not interesting. I'm not, like, you're not hearing anything. I'm not saying anything. What's to stop you from just turning the episode off? I can't, like, am I ever gonna get to the point where I can talk for an hour straight? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't care. To be real with you, sometimes I just want to, like, slam my head in a door. Like, how do people become who they are? I feel like sometimes it's gross to listen to a podcast where someone's saying the things that I'm saying, and you're just like, I want to turn this off. I don't want to listen to this anymore. And then you have these famous podcasters that interview thousands of people. Lex Friedman, Joe Rogan. These guys are like concrete machines that never stop. They're like walls they are the ground that their guests walk on. And I can never be them. I can never be them. I feel sometimes what if my only chance to be great at anything was back in Charlotte when I was working at the car wash? What if that was it and I left? That could have been it. But instead, I just left. I just gave it up. Found the reasons to make it convenient and quit. I mean, how many more, like, revelations, how many more, like, life changes can I make until I just give up on myself? You see old people, and sometimes they say, and then they ask them, what would you say to your younger self? And sometimes they say, it's not that serious. But how can you say that? My ear's throbbing right now. Why? I don't know. It feels like the pressure in my brain is doing it. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm thinking so much that my brain is swelling, and it's making me feel like my eardrum's about to burst. My stomach is so inflated. My intestines and my colon are probably so warped and stretched and saggy and disgusting because of all the sodium I've pumped through them. The lard, the mayonnaise. Disgusting. And I think, I'm just doing what I got to do to keep this mind working. That's just not right. I want to feel things. I want to be in pain. I want to be in pain. I want to be in pain. I want to eat the gray-ass food. You know how crazy my roommates go when they say, oh, you don't even season your food, your chicken, when I'm eating healthy? My plain chicken, my broccoli, my rice. They keep on asking me over and over again, and they make me feel like I'm stupid when I don't want fucking seasoning. Why don't you understand that? Why can't I just say that and that be the end of it? It's all the way. This episode has to happen. These episodes have to happen in the morning. There's no way for these episodes not to happen in the morning. If these episodes don't start happening in the morning, then it's just going to end. And it can't end. These episodes have to be in the morning when I wake up. They have to happen in the morning when I wake up. There is no other option. These episodes have to happen when I wake up in the morning. There's no way around any of this. That's the change that has to happen. So that's the change that will happen. There won't be another way for me to do this. These episodes have to happen in the morning. I have to go to bed tonight. When this episode ends, I have to finish up the rest of my social media. I have to take the hour, grind through it, film my 10-minute YouTube video, make the YouTube shorts, get in my fucking bed. No checking comments. No checking views. It doesn't matter. I know what performs well. I've done it. I've acquired the data. I know what to do. So do it. It doesn't matter how many views it gets. I don't have to stare at my analytics page while the bags under my eyes grow. It's time to do it, post it, get in the shower, and go the fuck to sleep. And it's time to get the hell up when my alarms go off. Get the hell up when my alarms go off. My alarms might even need to be set earlier. I don't think 8 o'clock is early enough. 8 o'clock is the kind of time where I wake up, do the podcast and everything, and then I just... that's only enough time to just sort of fuck around, and then it's time for work. I need a good portion of time. Enough where it's like... time to get things done. Time to make myself exhausted. Earn the exhaustion. I got friends in the army. I got friends doing fentanyl. I got friends with 6-figure jobs already. I got friends who are depressed. I got friends in rehab. I got friends that have sex all the time. I don't have any fucking friends that are me. And I'm never going to have any. It's really game time. I'm just a fucking 5'10" little loser midget boy who's just giving away so much. Give a little bit of myself away here, give a little of myself away here. Nothing ever comes from it. Because I'm never giving myself anything. I never give myself a routine. I never give myself enough sleep. I never give myself good food. And I'm sick of it. I'm done. I'm so done. I'm so done with this bullshit. Let it be known. Episode 88. We're not fucking around anymore. Episode 88. This is it. You can look back on this episode and you can say, this is when a flip switched in Jack and he became that guy. That guy that made the shit right. That guy that did the shit right. That guy that became the guy that he needed to be. So to say that he's a fucking guy. It's time. It's been time for so long, but now it's just really game time. It's time for it all. I need it now. I need the degree. I need the girl. I need the body. I need the sleep. The relationships. I need the experiences. I'm not getting any younger. I can't. There's no more time for waste. It's time to go. I cannot stop any longer. I can't stay. I can't just keep crawling. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm on my knees just inching forward and I inch forward and it's like, that's enough. No, it's not. It's time for more. It's time to do more, say more, go more, There can't be any more stalling. I cannot handle it. I cannot handle it. It's going to drive me insane. I'm going to end up killing myself if I keep on just fucking wasting my life, wasting my breath, saying that what I'm doing is okay. It's not okay. DoorDash is disgusting. My room is disgusting. My bathroom is disgusting. This fucking beard on my face is not okay. Not okay. It needs to be shaved. I need to be running. I need to be swimming. I need to be utilizing the tools at my disposal. I'm not going to have what I have forever. I'm next to a highway. Think about how many cool shots I can get on a camera with my fucking rig that I can get these cars to zoom past me. Think about that. Just think about it. I'm not going to live here forever. And if I do live here forever, then I'm missing the chance to start something now that I can keep forever. Like, it's not rocket science. It's just action. It's just action. And I'm doing it right now. This is keeping it real. And this is real as fuck. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of where I'm at. I'm sick of who I am. And the only guy that could even get close to changing any of it is me. But I'm so narrow-minded, dude. I'm so closed off that I'm like, well, it's a long shot and it'd probably be a lot of work. I'll just think about it tomorrow. Enough of that. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of you, dude. I'm tired of you. You've been fucking me up for way too fucking long. I cannot keep hanging around you. You make it miserable for me. I'm inside here too, and I want it all. I want it all, and I'm sick of the things you say. Wanting it all is selfish. I'm sick of how you say, it's better for you to be at this place that costs a third of the rent of your last place. I'm sick of you telling me it's better that you're not in school because, you're bad at school and you don't even want to know what you want to do with your degree, so why would you be earning it? I'm sick of you telling me that it's probably a good thing you're single right now because, you wouldn't know what to do if you had a girlfriend and you'd probably just make her life worse. I'm sick of you telling me that it's a good thing that you haven't asked your boss for a raise yet or pressed her for the certification or pressed her to open because you're just happy where you are. You're happy where you are and you like that you can fill in what's needed. I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of that shit because you would tell somebody else in a heartbeat. You would tell any of these high schoolers that you work with, get what you want, bro. You think you want to do this, then do it. No one's going to stop you. You would even use this as an example. You see, I wanted a podcast and I got a podcast. So if you want to go to this school, then put your all into that application and you can go to that school. Well, why don't I go to fucking school? I talk to them like it's already over for me. I talk to them like I've already said and done all that I needed to say and do, and my story's wrapping up. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's not right for me to do that to myself. To say that I'm 21 and going on 60, I'm not. If I keep saying that, I'm going to wake up and I'm 60 and nothing is going to have changed. Nothing. The only change will be thousands of episodes, but they're all going to have 20 to 30 views. Don't you understand that, bro? You're not. This is, what they get now is what they're going to get later. You're not, it won't change. You are not going to change. You aren't going to. Nothing is going to happen unless you literally make it happen. You will it into existence with your own two hands. It's picking up objects and moving them over and over and over again. It's your finger on the mouse pad over and over and over again. It's your voice to those in front of you over and over and over again. It's your smile to yourself in the mirror over and over and over and over again. To be unstoppable, you have to become unstoppable. To be great, you must walk the path of greatness. To succeed, You have to will success into your life. You cannot sit. You cannot take a breather. You cannot. You must fight. Every single moment you have to fight. Every single second you have to remember that your thoughts are you. If you're thinking, well, I'll just get through this and then I'll go do that. And then after I do that, I'll go do that. Then that's what you're going to do. If you're thinking, I'm really excited to do this because it'll make me feel this way, then you're going to end up doing that. What is going to make you him? What is going to make you... seriously, how are you going to win? How? You keep telling me that you're going to win. You keep telling me that eventually everything's going to be where you want it to be. How are you going to get there? How are you getting there? The days are flying by at this point. At this point, days are like hours. Like, seriously, you wake up and go to bed so fast. Weeks melt. Do you remember when you were younger and it was like something was a week away and you literally couldn't wait? A week was like a year. I gotta wait 1 week for this shit? I can't do it. I can't do it. Christmas is a week away. I can't wait. I can't wait. You say you can't wait, and people say I can't wait, but you knew that you literally could not wait. You did not have it in you to wait. 1 week is so much time. So much time. You actually couldn't do it. But now, if something is a week away, you're like, that'll be here in no time. Don't you understand that that's going to become what months are? Don't you get that? Don't you see that eventually the years are going to fly by? Is that not clicking to you? It's going to turn into years. You're going to be 25 tomorrow. Where are you going to be at when you're 25? Where are you going to be at when you're 25? Because, listen, I'm no expert, but I can sure make predictions. All right? Because I'm you, dude. And I've been back there, and now I'm here. You keep doing what you're doing, then by the time you're 25, you're just going to be doing what you're doing. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Episode 3000. Episode 2500 of Keeping It Real. Today's my 25th birthday. Last night I DoorDashed McDonald's. Shouldn't have done that. But it's okay. It's all right. It was really good. Watched some cool YouTube videos. Saw a movie. Worked a shift. Stoked to be doing Keeping It Real. Welcome to episode 3000. Did I mention it's my 25th birthday? Does that sound like something you'd want to listen to right now? No, it sounds boring. It sounds like all these other episodes combined. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I'm in control, dude. I'm making the fucking decisions. I'm not you. Tonight we're going to go to bed early. Even if we don't fall asleep, I don't give a fuck. We're going to get really clean, put some nice sheets on the bed, and we're going to lay in bed until something happens. If we don't sleep all night, I don't give a fuck. We're getting up when our alarms go off, regardless of how much sleep we got. And when the alarms go off, it's time to do. It's time for the day. I don't give a shit if I don't have a fucking plan. It's time to make shit happen. One task after the next until I'm so tired that I can't even move. And you know what happens when it's time for that? When I can't even move? My uniform comes on and I go to work. And then I get home and I go to fucking bed. Because tomorrow I need to be well rested. You can say, oh, yippee, I'm so excited. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna become a better man. All you want. You can say it. You can feel it. I don't care. You can be happy. It can be exciting. You know, you might lose sleep tonight because you're excited. But it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like that. Sooner or later, it's going to fucking suck. You're going to tell somebody you can't go out downtown. You're going to tell a girl my bedtime's coming up. This date's got to end early. And it sucks. Sorry. It sucks. It sucks. And I can't, with a straight face, I can't tell you that it's ever going to stop sucking, dude. So suck it the fuck up. This has been episode 88 of Keeping It Real, and I'll see you tomorrow.